So, the World Cup is this weekend, the World Cup final, that is, between Argentina and France, both of whom could probably be considered mortal enemies of England. France, because, well, France. Argentina more because some of my footballing friends to this day can't bear Maradona. Diego Maradona, famously with the Mano de Dios, the hand of God that beat England in an important football game in a time when maybe we were strong enough to go on and win the World Cup, which instead Argentina did go on to do, alas. Anyway, I have to admit, I've got because I lived in South America and travelled there quite a lot, I have probably more leanings towards Argentina than I do towards France. But we'll see on the day. Maybe I'll change my mind when it actually happens. So anyway, I stuck on some Argentine tango. I do not have an Argentina national team shirt to wear. What I'm wearing, well, actually, funny enough, my son does. Lysander's got one that Kelly got him back. And there it is. He has this. It may be too small for him now, because I think he's taller than me, but it is, of course, a Messi shirt. Maybe Messi's going to finally take the World Cup home. But what I'm wearing is actually a Club Atlético River Plate, an Argentine football club, which is called River Plate because it was the English mistranslation of the estuary Rio de la Plata, which is the River of Silver. There's a Rio Plate River. So anyway, that's why I'm wearing that shirt. I picked this up dirt cheap. It's not an authentic jersey, right? An authentic shirt. It's a hooky one I picked up in Bolivia for, I don't know, $5 or something. I can't remember, $7. I can't remember. It was so long ago. Amazed I still fit it. Anyway, I am going to make a cocktail. I was going to make the what is considered the national cocktail of Argentina, the Fernandito, or the Fernet y Coca, which is actually Fernet Branca and Coke. But that's like making a gin and tonic. I'm not going to make a video about a gin and tonic. You take the spirit, pour it in a glass with ice, top it up with a mixer, maybe stir, maybe add a slice of lemon or something. But that doesn't probably deserve a whole cocktail video. Although I suppose I could just fill in the time with more stories, more hilarious stories, right? But anyway, I won't. Here is the Argentina cocktail. It was in a book I saw online. I found it on Difford's Guide, but it was in a book by Bill Cocktail Boothby. And the book I saw a PDF of online was published in 1934, so posthumously. The original was 1930, and he probably made it sometime before that. His heyday was the years before Prohibition. And it's amazing. If you ever get a chance to look up those old cocktail books, there's many of them, and gazillions of recipes, real simple, no big long story. I know the way that I do this is like seeing a recipe on the internet. You've got to read through someone's life story before you get to the actual recipe. But of course, I don't. If you look underneath this video, there is the whole list of ingredients. You just look at that and then stop listening to me, which unfortunately I think quite a few of you do, because I'm not seeing many watching. Anyway, that doesn't matter. You should be liking and subscribing to my channel. Obviously, that's what someone told me to say. So this is the first time I said that. So why don't you just do that? But now I'm going to get down to making the cocktail. It's going to start with some gin. And I was going to just use some London dry gin, but I have this Malfi gin originale from Italy. And not just because there are a lot of Italians in Argentina, because there are. That's not why I'm doing this. It's because, well, look, it's all blue and white. It's the colours of their shirt, the albicelestes, as they're known. So the albiceleste, that's like the white and blue of the sky. So anyway, let's go with 1 ounce. That's in milliliters. I don't want to do that. Let's go 1 ounce in this easy jigger. 1 ounce of gin. Dry vermouth next. And it is also 1 ounce of that. I mean, at the moment, this is almost like having a martini, but no, it's going to be different to that. Next, we're going to put in some orange liqueur, and I'm using the posh stuff, Cointreau. Well, why wouldn't you if you've got it? Good ingredients make for a better cocktail. And this just calls for 1/4 of an ounce of that. Measuring it very carefully. And then finally some Bénédictine. I do love this French herbaceous The liqueur is just so rich and sort of interesting. And 1/4 of an ounce of that too. And then a dash of Angostura bitters and a dash of orange bitters. Like so. And you always notice when I say a dash, I don't just go like that, because a dash officially is 9 drops, so it's probably like 2 or 3 shakes of the bitters, just so you know. And I may have mentioned that before, of course, as well. Give this a good stir. I just wish that the World Cup final wasn't so early. It's 7 o'clock and I've got a cocktail party to be at the night before. So it's going to be dicey, but I do want to see it. We'll see who I really do end up supporting. The France, the Argentina. Tough call. Olivier Giroud and Messi. Is Messi the greatest of all time? I mean, these are important questions. Or is Giroud, with his meaty French forehead, as a commentator once said, the greatest? No, he's not the greatest, we know that already, but I do like him. Okay, we've stirred that well enough. We are now going to strain that into a Nick and Nora glass. Of course, you can use any cocktail glass you like. I do recommend chilling it so that your drink stays kind of chilly while you drink. You don't want it to go into a warm glass. That'll instantly knock down a couple of degrees. Of course, if you drink it quickly, maybe that doesn't matter, right? And the only garnish on this is a twist of orange. We'll put that on there, express the oils in there. And I do like to put it in there. Some people like to toss it. I think it looks nice to have something in the drink. And let's see what we've got. Ah, excelente. Vamos, el albiceleste. Cheers.